Tonight at Eldora Speedway, we crown a 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series champion. Here on NASCAR Heat 3, Charlie Garland in the number 83 white and blue dirt late model comes into this event with an 8-point advantage over Michael Birch in the number 76 white and yellow with a little bit of blue dirt late model. Tyler T. Housley in the 2 comes into this race 16 points behind your points leader Charlie Garland, and we are green here in Eldora. It's the 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series Championship race. It's the Eldora 100. We're underway, and you're looking at the race leader, and he is your points leader. He's just got to hang on for another 100 laps here. The final 100 laps of the 2019 season, and he will be crowned your champion. One of the very best dirt drivers in NASCAR Heat 3 history. He's looking to further cement his legacy by winning this race and the championship, surviving one more round in the 2019 season. Michael Birch in the 76, there he is, running in second, comes into this race 8 points behind your race leader. And that is 4 positions on the racetrack, so in order for Michael Birch to win the championship, he needs to win this race, and Charlie needs to finish in the 5th position. That would cause them to be in a dead heat, in a tie. So ultimately, Michael Birch needs to win, and he needs Charlie to finish in the 6th position to capture the championship. Matt McLean in the 64 takes the 2nd position away from Michael Birch. Comes into this race 4th in the point standings. He went up a little bit high towards the outside wall coming up that turn. Made some contact. 3 wide for 2nd. Going into turn 3. They settle down to 2 wide. Michael Birch loses the 3rd position. Tucks in line behind these 2. Tyler Housley takes 2nd. It's a heck of a battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Tristan Z in the 33 has joined these guys. So it's Tyler Housley, Matt McLean, Michael Birch, and Tristan Z, 2nd through 5th. And they're all single file, nose to tail. No error by any of these guys, and they're losing a couple of spots. And behind them, it's Dave Marks Jr. in the 17, running in 6th. He's lost this group just a little bit. Curtis Fields in the 25, running in 7th, and Brad Dove in the 3, running in 8th. And they're all chasing this man, race leader and points leader. Charlie Garland put on a clinic all season long. Won the race earlier tonight in dominant fashion at the Texas Dirt Track. 4th win of the season, winning both stages and leading all 100 laps except for 7. Those 7 were led by Michael Birch. Now Tyler T. Housley has cleared the traffic, and he's starting to march away a little bit from those guys, so he might have something for the race leader. But even if Tyler Housley wins this race and Charlie finishes in the top 3, and the top 5 for that matter, the points lead would not change hands, and Charlie Garland would still be your champion. It's going to take a miracle for one of these drivers to win the championship. Tristan Z trying the outside line to see if he can make a move on Matt McLean. Driving really cautious and careful, knowing that he's mixing it up out there with a couple of playoff championship contenders. Doing a terrific job. He's done a terrific job all season long. Comes into this race 12th in the point standings. And if all holds station here, he's going to finish 11th in the point standings. Top driver outside of the playoffs. Garland coming up on a couple of cars to put that one lap down. He's already lapped the 25 of Curtis Fields. Looking to do the same to Brad Dove. We had 10 drivers start the event, and 2 of them have already pulled off. And this is huge news for Charlie Garland because it's one less contender he needs to deal with. Tyler T. Housley is now mathematically eliminated from winning the championship, even if Charlie Garland were to finish in last place on the racetrack, which is 8th place, and if Tyler Housley were to win, they would still be locked in a tie, and the tiebreaker would go to the driver with more wins, and that would be Charlie Garland. And that's including the extra win Tyler would get if he hypothetically were to win this one. So it's come down to Michael Birch in the number 76 machine. There he is. And Charlie Garland himself in the 83. Stage 1 is in the history books. Charlie Garland, winner of Stage 1 here at Eldora, doing everything he needs to do to hold on for one final round here in the 2019 season. Pick up that championship. He's never won a NOSSCAR championship. In fact, none of the top 4 point standings have. So we were guaranteed to crown first-time champion. Very exciting stuff. These drivers have an opportunity now to make some adjustments on their race cars. Remember, there is no pit road during green flag conditions, and there are no cautions. Stages are on, but no cautions, so at the end of each stage, that's the key crucial time for these drivers to make some adjustments, repair any damage, get the car feeling the way that they want it to feel. We're going back green for Stage 2. It's the championship race at Eldora Speedway. Charlie was able to clear Michael Birch just barely, so he was able to take the exact line for 3 and 4 that he wanted. Going into 1 and 2, he tucks right down towards the white wall, the inside wall. Top 3 single file now after only 2 laps of green flag action. Now everybody makes it through single file. It's Charlie Garland, Michael Birch, Tyler T. Housley, Matt McLean, and Tristan Z. That is your top 5. Dave Marks Jr. in the 17 runs in the 6th position. Brad Dove in 7th, and Curtis Fields in 8th. Curtis Fields, the lone car, 1 lap down right now. Brad Dove received the free pass to get back on the lead lap. Matt McLean, when Tyler Housley contact with the outside wall, Matt McLean had nowhere to go. Contact was made. Just one of them racing deals. It was an error on Tyler Housley's part. It was Matt McLean who ultimately paid for it the most. There's Tyler Housley, a little bit of damage to the right front of that dirt lane wall. He'll have to repair that at the end of Stage 2. There's Matt McLean. He lost the 4th position to Tristan Z due to that on-track incident. Still right there with these drivers, though. Side-by-side battle for the second position. Oh, and looked like Michael got a little bit out of control coming out of turn 2 and had to hold on to the car and keep it up there because he had a car below him and scuffed the outside wall just a little bit. And now Tyler T. Housley in the 2 takes second place. And once again, much like stage 1, sets sail after your race leader. It took a little bit in stage 1, but what we saw was Charlie Garland build up a massive lead. And meanwhile, behind him, Tyler Housley was able to wrestle second place away from the likes of Michael Birch and Matt McLean and Tristan Z, among others. And it clearly looks like Tyler T. Housley is still the second place car, second fastest car on the racetrack at this time. And he might have something for Charlie Garland, but he's got to have a better race start for the final stage. He's going to win his third race of the season. And if you're Tyler Housley, you know that your shot to win the championship has been extinguished. At this point, you might as well drive it like you stole it and do everything you can to get the checkered flag here today at Eldora to end the season off on a high note with a race win. They're all chasing this man, Charlie Garland, out front, looking to capture win number 5, but more importantly, looking to capture that 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series Championship. To everybody on YouTube joining us, we thank you for joining us for the championship race. Hope you're enjoying the action. Hit the subscribe button here on the NOSSCAR YouTube channel to catch all the action from all 15 of our online racing feeds across 6 different video games and 3 consoles, most of which are broadcasted live right here on the NOSSCAR YouTube channel. You can also head over to NOSSCAR.com. Go to the About Us page to find details on how to sign up and become a NOSSCAR driver. Find the series that you wish to enter. There's a series for everything. Looks like Tyler Housley has faded just a little bit. He's no longer gaining any ground on your race leader. In fact, he's losing a bit of ground to Charlie Garland. And Michael Birch in the 76 is suddenly starting to show some good speed. He's starting to come around. He's starting to reel in Tyler T. Housley. You're watching the drivers running second and third. Michael in the 76 and third, trying to run down Housley. 11 laps to go here in stage 2. Pardon me. Charlie in a little bit of lap traffic. He's going to have to negotiate a pass on Dave Marks Jr., who was running up in the 6th position for the majority of this event. Now finds himself in 7th, the final car on the lead lap. Hoping to stay on the lead lap, or at the very least, stay the first car 1 lap down. And Dave holds on for dear life. Stage 2 is in the history books. Charlie Garland picking up the green and white checkers. He's done that a lot this season. Charlie leader, Tyler Housley in 3rd, Michael Birch in 4th, Tristan Z. Charlie Garland in 1st, Tyler Housley in 2nd, Michael Birch in 3rd, Tristan Z in 4th, Matt McLean in 5th, Brad Dove in 6th, and 7th is Dave Marks Jr. And Curtis Fields in the 8th position will receive the free pass at the end of stage 2 to be back on the lead lap for the final stage. It's come down to this, folks. We have one more stage. One final burst of 33 laps in the 2019 NASCAR Dirt Touring Series season, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 3. And it all comes down to this: the green flag back in the air. Who's going to win the championship? The cleanest start imaginable for Charlie Garland, and they're battling hard behind him. Contact was made between Birch and Housley, the 76 and the 2. Put Birch out in second. Matt McLean takes the 3rd position from Housley. Brad Dove went way up the hill, lost control, goes back to the 8th position. This is good stuff. They're leaving it all out there on the racetrack. Contact made between Matt McLean and Tyler Housley. They're fighting hard for the 3rd position, with Tristan Z, the black and red number 33, right behind them. Oh, and a bit of a slide job by Tristan Z. A little bit of contact made with Matt McLean, but he holds on to it. Michael Birch in the 76, hoping for a miracle. He needs to beat Charlie Garland by a considerable amount of spots to take the championship away. He needs to win, and he needs Charlie to finish in the 6th position. And that would be enough for the switch to take place and for Michael to snatch the championship right out from underneath Charlie Garland, but I don't know if it's going to happen. He's really got to run down Charlie, and he needs to hope Charlie makes a mistake. But the thing is, Michael can't force Charlie to make a mistake. He's got to avoid penalties at this point. Oh, and Tyler Housley went way up the racetrack, venturing towards the wall. I think he was able to get it wound up before he got there, but he loses positions and he goes back to the 5th position behind Tristan Z. This car's looking a little bit tight off the corners. Doesn't look like he's able to hold the car down and get back to the throttle as quick as some of these other guys. I'm not sure if it's because of the damage that's built up over the past couple of stages, or if it's the race car handling going away on its own. Tell you what, he's not giving up though. He's staying right there with Tristan Z. Michael Birch is losing the leader a little bit. He needs to gain ground. He needs to make a pass on Charlie Garland, and he needs to hope that Charlie here in the 83 makes a mistake. It's the only way there's going to be a switch for the championship. Charlie's had a flawless season, 4 wins, looking to make it 5 to end the year. Comes into this race with a 6-point advantage over Michael Birch. It's essentially 6 positions on the racetrack. So Michael would need Charlie to finish in the 7th position, and Michael would need to win in order for a change in the point standings to occur. And there's only 8 cars left on the racetrack, so Charlie would need to basically essentially fall to the back of the pack and finish back there somewhere. In other words, he's looking good, folks. A flawless race. He's led every single lap since the drop of the green flag here today at Eldora Speedway. Earlier tonight, he led the most laps and won both stages on his way to winning at the Texas Dirt Track to capture his 4th win of the year. And he extended his points lead an additional 2 points over Michael Birch in the 76. Now, we've mentioned it all season long, he's one of the very best to ever race in the dirt on NASCAR Heat 3, one of the best dirt drivers in NASCAR Heat 3 history. It's an honor and a privilege to have him racing here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, and he's had fierce, respectful competition all season long from drivers like Michael Birch and Jade Burr and Tyler T. Housley and Matt McLean, Zach Craig, and more. It's not been easy, and he's been preaching that and discussing that in recent weeks leading towards the playoffs. Staying humble and respectful, and here he is with only about less than 20 laps to go here at Eldora, less than 20 laps away from becoming a NOSSCAR champion. Gap on Michael Birch. He's going to be catching hot traffic before the end of the final stage, but the lap cars have been very kind to the race leaders all race long. We don't expect it to be any different here in the final stage, especially with more on the line. There's Michael Birch with Matt McLean right behind him in the 3rd position. Battle for 4th heating up. Tyler T. Housley trying to hold off Tristan Z. 2 red dirt late models. Tyler Housley with a couple of wins this season. 3rd in the point standings, that number 2 car. Solid year, nothing to complain about. Be one to watch next year. Curtis Fields in the 25, having an alright day. He's going to pick up a top 10 here no matter what, but he's got the race leader all over his bumper. Well, if he had a bumper, that's where the leader would be. Charlie looking to the inside. Curtis goes way up high to give plenty of space for the championship contender. Classy move. Next car to go a lap down is Brad Dove in the 3. He is a playoff driver. He's had a solid season. He picked up a win earlier in the year to clinch a playoff spot. And he's been on a roll ever since. And ever since the playoffs began, he's just simply fallen behind. No longer a threat to win the championship, but certainly a successful season for him here in 2019. We're going to see him down there in victory lane shortly, folks. Charlie Garland wins the Eldora 100, but more importantly, your 2019 champion, Charlie Garland. Charlie Super D putting on a racing clinic all season long, 5 wins, and he nets the championship. 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series champion. We're going to hear from him shortly. Terrific job by him, by his pit crew by his team and his teammates, everyone in that organization. They deserve this, and they worked hard for it. What a way to close out the year. Running a 14.170 there in that race at Eldora. Phenomenal speed. We're going to get him in here. We're going to speak to him. Well, guys, we're down here in Victory Lane. We just got sprayed with champagne. Charlie Garland is your 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series champion here on NASCAR Heat 3. Was it as exciting for you as it was for the fans and I watching from around the world?
Yes, sir, it was. Man, I was nervous about that one. That's a tough track to tame where I knew I had a good setup, and I knew if I just drove my lines and stayed with it, I'd be all right. But man, that's a tough track. That's a long 100 laps, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. A great group of guys racing with. It was really fun, and I appreciate Time Mac and NASCAR for having me.
You had pretty much a flawless season. You wrapped things up with 5 wins, and you won 4 of the final 5 races of the season. Talk about dominance in the playoffs. When did it occur and click to you that, hey, I might actually have a shot at winning this championship?
Well, truthfully, once I made the championship, I was hoping I could at least finish in the top 5. Like I said, there's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of them guys, they're really fast, and I don't want to slight any of them a bit. They're all good drivers, and I've raced with a bunch of them, and I know how fast they are. And I was sweating it, coming all the way to the end of it. I started winning a few and made my hopes even bigger and bigger and bigger. And we got down to the last 2, and I was hoping I could finish out strong. And I got lucky, I guess. I really enjoyed it.
If you could choose one moment from the past 15, 20 races here in the 2019 season that kind of separates itself from the rest, what would that moment be? What was the highlight of your season?
I would probably say Richmond. That track is a real tough track to tame, like Eldora, but it's a lot worse. It's so big. It's kind of like the Daytona or dirt. And I worked hard on the setup and got one down pretty good, and I was really impressed how it performed out there on the track. And that there was kind of the highlight for me, that I got it down to where I was so dominant there. I really enjoyed that race. But it all come down to the setup, and like I said, the guys out there, I ain't gonna slight any of them. They're all good guys, and there's a lot of fast guys. And I just enjoyed racing with it. I appreciate them letting me race with them.
One last question for you, and I think we all want to know this. You've made a lot of fans here in the NOSSCAR community on social media. A lot of people cheering for that number 83 Dirt Late model. They want to know, are you coming back in 2020?
Well, if I'm invited, I'll be here.
Excellent. That's all we needed to know. We'll make sure we send you the invitation. Charlie Garland, your 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series champion, everybody. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Terrific job all season long for the man driving the number 83 Dirt Late model. Made that car look good, parked it in Victory Lane on 5 different occasions. Had many memorable moments here throughout the 2019 season. And that just about does it for the broadcast, folks. To see the final standings for the 2019 season, you can head over to NOSSCAR.com/Dirt Touring Series. Excuse me. I'd say the point standings are going to be updated within a matter of about, 30 minutes from now. Thank you very much for joining us here on the NOSSCAR YouTube channel. This has been the 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series Championship race at Eldora Speedway. We hope you followed along all season. We hope you enjoyed what you watched. And we'll see you again in 2020. And until then, enjoy the NOSSCAR Motormaster and NOSSCAR Truck Series action Mondays and Tuesdays right here on the NOSSCAR YouTube channel. Stay fast, folks.